On September 6th of 2006, 14-year-old Elizabeth Shoaf got off the school bus and started walking up the road that led to her house in Lugoff, South Carolina. She was just minutes away from her home when a man stepped out of the woods. He was wearing full camo and had a badge. He introduced himself as a law enforcement officer. He said her name came up in a marijuana investigation and that she was under arrest for possession, and that she needed to go with him. Now, she knew she didn't do anything wrong, but she was also 14, which meant she didn't really know what to do. So when he pulled out a pair of handcuffs and asked her to turn around, she did. The two of them then began to walk off into the woods. 15, maybe 20 minutes had passed. There was no squad car or path or anything like that, just thick trees in every direction. That's when Elizabeth finally realized something was wrong. Eventually, the man stopped near a pile of brush. He crouched down and pulled open a trap door on the forest floor. Beneath it was a narrow hole reinforced with plywood and covered in camo netting. A homemade ladder disappeared into the ground, and he told her she had to go down there. The bunker was small and damp, with dirt walls and a low ceiling. Not somewhere anybody would want to be. She seen a single light hanging overhead, there was a mattress in the corner, and the shelves were stocked with canned food. Then he picked up one end of a metal chain that was bolted to the ceiling and tied it around her neck. By now, she knew he wasn't a cop, but who was he? His name was Vincent Fillion. He was a 36-year-old construction worker and self-proclaimed survivalist who'd spent months building that bunker, and another one just like it. He told Elizabeth the place was wired with explosives, and if she tried to scream or leave, she'd never make it out alive. So, over the next 10 days, he kept her there underground, essaying her repeatedly and making constant threats. But Elizabeth didn't panic. She remained calm and tried to gain his trust by listening to him and acting interested in the stuff he was talking about. Eventually, she convinced him to let her use his phone to play some games. And while he slept, she actually used it to text her mother. The messages were short, but she described the smell of the woods and said that she thought she could hear traffic nearby. And that was enough. Authorities traced the pings and narrowed the search using the details that she gave her mother. On the 10th day, officers moved in and they found the trap door and pulled Elizabeth out alive. Fillion was arrested 2 days later and sentenced to 421 years in prison. He died behind bars in 2021. When asked how she made it through, Elizabeth later said, "I didn't want to die, so I tricked him." Make sure to hit that follow button for more spooky stories and true crime cases.